Hey everyone, Melissa Wick here. This is a full Vinyasa practice where we use the asanas, the postures, and the breath and awareness to re-energize, to rewire, and to re-empower ourselves so that we realize we have infinite potential and possibilities. So we use the practice, our yoga practice, to connect with ourselves, to move even deeper into our experience and to come home to ourselves. So we can use the practice itself to see where our patterns are, what annoys us, what triggers us, and we can use this to inform us rather than enslave us so that we do become more empowered. So get into something comfortable and let's get started. So for this practice, we will be using 2 blocks. Have one block at the top of your mat, and the second block is going to be used to begin underneath our bums because we're going to start seated. Now, if you don't have blocks, that is perfectly okay. I just like to find some elevation in my seat when I begin practice. So you can also sit on a couch cushion or a pillow. Anything where you'll find some elevation in the hips and you can find some ease in the spine. So adjust and make yourself comfortable. I like to have one heel in front, the other heel just in front of that heel. I find that it helps keep the circulation flowing. Hands could be placed on the lap, palms down or palms up. We can start to close the eyes and we'll take our shoulders forward, up, back, and around. So we're going to find places here to ground down and connect. And we're finding places to lift through the crown of the head. We have a tall spine, although it's not rigid. We're keeping a soft, relaxed awareness while finding length. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths together just to arrive onto the mat. So take a breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more like that. Inhale. Let it go. And then closing the lips, allow your breath to be natural. Cultivating the breath in and out through the nose. Keeping a nice soft open belly. Relax the energy behind the eyes. And soften any gripping in the thighs. Just allowing your whole body to be breathed. And then seeing here if you can match the length of your inhales to the length of your exhales. Equal length breath. Maybe when you inhale, you count for 4. And when you exhale, you count for 4. And taking a few more breaths here on your own. Maybe you start to lengthen the inhales and exhales to the count of 5 or 6. Inviting in smooth, open breaths. And when you're finished, your last exhale will start to invite in some neck rolls. So you can drop your chin, start in a clockwise, circular motion. And if that doesn't feel good for your neck, you can always just make U shapes from one side to the other. Maintaining a peaceful infusion of your breath to your body. If you're going in one direction, reverse, just exploring how this feels in your neck and your spine. Finishing off your last circle, come back to center. We'll take our hands onto our shoulders. Start to invite in some circles here with the elbows, making this as small or as big as you'd like. Slowly gonna warm up the shoulders and the spine. And then reverse the opposite way. Slowly finishing off your circles. We'll take the left hand to the ground, right arm reaches up and over for a side stretch. Ground down through your right sit bone as you reach through your fingers, chest open, bow the right side of your body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up and over. Back to center. And then from here we're going to take our hands behind us, interlace them. You can extend the knuckles any amount, gentle squeeze of the blades, open up the chest. Release. And just give yourself a little shoulder shake. We're going to invite in bellows breath, Bastrika. So you can take your hands back onto the shoulders. So we're going to be twisting from left to right, left and right. So you can start to find your momentum here. You can go super fast here. Make sure you're not torquing the neck. Or you can find a slower pace back and forth. So whatever would suit you today here. And when you're turning to the left, you're going to inhale. When you turn to the right, you exhale. So you can jump along when you're ready. So it's in and out through the nose. Starting to energize and awaken in the spine. And slowly start to finish off. Good, and then come to center, reach the arms up, breathe in. Exhale, cactus the elbows, open the chest. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, hands right in front of the heart space. So you want to have your thumbs touch, your pinkies touch, and have the other 3 fingers open as if it's like a lotus shape right in front of your heart space, closing the eyes here. Just gather all of your awareness into your heart space. Take a few breaths from the energetic heart center. Beautiful, and then we'll gently open the eyes and let's move deeper into our practice. So we'll come forward onto all fours. If you have a block under you, you can just take the block to the top of the mat. So they're there for us if we need them. You're gonna come onto your hands and knees, spreading the fingers nice and wide. Knees are hip width distance apart. Good. So try automatically here, right away I should say, not to dump into the shoulders. So you want to gently push the floor away and draw your navel to the back of the spine. We're going to open up with some hip circles here. So weight even on both sides. Start to lift your right knee and make circles in one direction here. Trying to keep yourself as stable as possible, just moving from the hip joint. Good, and then reverse the direction. Beautiful. Finishing off your last circle, extend the right leg behind you. Take a breath in, find the length. On the exhale, you're going to hug the elbows in, push through the palms, chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale, push the floor away from you. Exhale, knee towards your nose, round. Puff up the upper back. Inhale, right leg extends. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, round, curl in. Again, inhale, right leg extends. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, round. Inhale, right leg extends. This time, exhale, step your right foot through between the hands. Good. So find your stability. Take your hands to your right thigh. So you're going to magnetize the inner thighs. Find your foundation. Right heel draws back, left knee forward. We're actually going to tuck the toes under here. If you got to pad your mat, fold it up here. So your tailbone's lengthening down. Inhale, your arms are going to reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows, energize the heart space. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale, you're going to slide the arms through and then lengthen the back leg. Torso comes forward, arms come through, airplane arms. That's our flow here. Inhale, let the left knee fall down, arms lift up. Exhale, cactus the elbows. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, hands come through, lengthen the back leg. So legs, arms, chest in one line. Inhale, left knee comes down, arms lift. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, lengthen the back leg, hold here. So gently squeeze the shoulder blades, the triceps, energize the fingers. If you need a little more for your calf, just ground down through your left heel. Good, starting to awaken that fire within. Inhale, arms lift, high lunge. And then exhale, your left hand will come forward, right hand back. Just a gentle twist here. Lengthen the tailbone down. You can bend the back knee if you need to. Hip bones stay forward. Drop that right hand down. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, take your hands down to frame your right foot. Maybe you slide the blocks under your hands. On the inhale, chest will lift off the thigh, heart comes through. Exhale, modified pyramid, extend both legs. Left heel is lifted, right hip draws back. Inhale, bend your right knee, heart comes through. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, fold. Take 3 breaths here. Right hips drawing back, folding over your right leg. No need to go to your maximum edge. Just slowly awakening here. Good, and we're going to bend that right knee. Take your blocks forward again. Plant your palms, step back to a downward dog. And lift the heels. Slowly lower your knees back down, tabletop. Readjust. So we're nice and stable on both sides here. Draw your belly in. Lift your left knee. Start to invite in some knee circles here in one direction. About 3 on each side. Exploring how this feels in your hips. Smooth, open breath. Reverse the direction. Finishing off your last circle, you're going to extend the left leg behind, lengthen as you breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga arms, so your sternum comes forward. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, knee towards your nose, round. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, chaturanga arms. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, round. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, round. Inhale, left leg extends. This time, exhale, step the left foot through between the hands. Find your foundation, hands onto the thigh, right toes tuck under. Lengthen the tailbone down, left heel back, right knee forward. Magnetize the inner thighs. It'll help you with stability for this flow. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, cactus the elbows. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hands swim through, back leg powers up, torso forward, arms all the way through. Inhale, right knee down, arms lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hands through, back leg powers up. Again, inhale, arms lift, right knee down. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, extend. Exhale, this time we'll hold. Leg, arms, torso, in one line, reach to the crown of the head. If you need a little opener in the calf, ground down through your right heel. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. Try not to take the hips with you. You can bend the back knee if you need. Open through the chest. Left arm dips down, high lunge, breathe in. Exhale, hands come down. Frame your left foot, hands on blocks here if you need. Inhale, your heart comes through the window of the shoulders. Exhale, extend both legs. Right heel stays lifted, left hip draws back. Inhale, bend the knee, open the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Last one, inhale, open. And exhale, hold here for 3 breaths. Breathe into the left hamstring. Bend your left knee. Take your blocks forward, plant your palms, step back, downward dog. Good. Now let's open up a little deeper here in downward dog. So ground down through all 10 knuckles. Bend your knees a lot. You want to wrap the upper triceps around and in. Broaden the upper back. Release any excess tension in the head. Chest reaches toward the tops of the thighs. Sit bones up and back. Then keep the length in the spine. Then extend the legs any amount. Start to cultivate that breath. Make the breath louder than your thoughts. Stabilize your gaze. That'll help stabilize the thoughts. On an inhale, lift your heels, curl the tailbone forward, and round all the way through to high plank. Wrists under the shoulders. Heels, hips, shoulders in one line, back of the neck long. Draw the belly in. Good, shift slightly forward. On the exhale, hug your elbows in, all the way down to your belly, point your toes. 3 rolling cobras, so you can take your fingers wide and off the mat onto the fingertips. Tops of the feet are pressing down, pubic bone down. So you're gonna feel your belly button lift off the mat. Inhale, your upper back's gonna lead. Pinky sides of the toes down, head is last to come up. You don't need to go super high, soften the shoulders. Exhale, belly, chest, chin, forehead. 2 more times. Inhale, roll through the spine, each vertebra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, roll up. And lower down. And take your hands right by your upper chest, elbows hug in. Inhale to a baby cobra or cobra here. Heels of the hands toward you, heart forward and up. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, push through tabletop or high plank. Exhale back, downward dog. Bend your knees, look between your hands, and then walk or step to the top of your mat and fold on your exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Roll the shoulders back, fingertips to quads or shins. Draw the belly in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up all the way, lift. Exhale, hands come down. Tadasana, palms face forward. Take a cycle of breath. One breath per movement here. Sun salutation. Inhale, arms lift. Maybe look up. Exhale, keep the biceps by the ear, slight bend in the knees. Lead with the heart, back body is strong, come all the way down. Moving intentionally. Inhale, halfway lift, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank. Chaturanga here, if you're ready. Coming down halfway, create a shelf, point your toes. Your inhale is your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Take 3 cycles of breath here. And finding your fuel, your desire, your willpower, using your breath. Now from here, we're going to bend the knees, look between the hands, walk or step to the top of the mat, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, biceps by the ears as you rise. Exhale, hands come down, Tadasana. Good. So we're going to bring the weight into our left foot. We're going to take our hands forward, flexion at the wrists as if you're pushing the floor, or a wall, I should say, in front of you. You're going to have a tone in your belly, tailbone lengthening down, bend your right knee. Right foot is flexed. Try not to lean back. You want to imagine as if you're leaning against a wall. Now this may be enough here. Find your drishti so you can focus on one thing that's not moving, and extend your right leg, reach through the heel. Engage your quad here. Good. Now from here, take your hands into prayer. We're going to take that right leg back into warrior 3. You can bend the left knee the whole time if you need to, and start to kick back through that right heel. Now the right leg powers up, so you want to fully extend it. Try to draw the belly to the back of the spine. Your left knee can stay bent if you want more length in it. Your hands can stay in prayer, or they can extend forward. You always have the option to take the hands down if you need. Choosing your path here. Hips are closed. Notice if there's a tendency to want to come out, to see if you can find your strength here, your willpower, using the breath. Good. And then we'll bend the left knee if it's not bent already. We're going to take a big silent step, graceful step back with the right leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. Good. Right hand comes forward, left hand back. Try not to take the hips with you. You can stay here, or your left hand can come to your right thigh. Right arm will reach up. Tailbone lengthening down, inviting in a nice rinse for the spine. Good. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, take your hands down. Right hand stays down. Left arm opens up for a twist. You're going to pivot onto the outer edges. So your left toe is going to go to the left. Outer edge of the right foot comes down, so your toes are facing to the left. Push down through your right hand, your hips lift. Left arm to the sky. Now if you need more, you can take the left hand forward, palm facing down, opening up in the side body. Now if it's too much on your wrist, adjust. Maybe you make a fist. Hopefully you're feeling this in the outer left hip. Good, and then we'll come forward, all 10 toes forward again, hands on the inside, skandasana to the right, right heel in, right toes out. Walk to the back of your mat, right knee bends, left leg extends. Make sure your right knee's tracking in line with your right toes, left knee to the ceiling. You don't need to dump all the weight down. Use some of your strength here, have some integrity to hold the shape. Support yourself as you deepen. Bend your left knee, walk your hands back, all 10 toes forward, frame your left foot. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior 2, open it up. Outer edge of your right foot is rooted down. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep the left knee bent. Come back to warrior 2. Extend your left leg, triangle pose. If you gotta walk your back foot in a bit, that's great. Again, dig the left ball of the foot in, lift the left heel, engage your left quad, keep that, and lower the left heel. So you want to keep integrity in the leg to support yourself. As you start to hinge forward, your left hand comes to your shin or to the block. Your right hand is going to come all the way forward, palm facing down. Your left glute is drawing in, supports you as you open up your chest. We're going to invite in a flow here with the arms. So on the inhale, we're going to take that right arm to the back right corner and open up your heart towards the sky any amount. Remember the engagement of that front leg so you're not jamming the knee. Gaze lifts. Inhale, right arm comes right back, fingers all the way forward, palm down. Exhale, right hand to the back right corner, open the chest. Inhale, right arm extends forward. Exhale, open up. Inhale, arm forward. Exhale, open the chest. Come back to your triangle. Inhale. Hand can either be classically straight to the sky, or you can find the arch if you're enjoying that deep side stretch in the waist. Anywhere that's comfortable for your neck. Good. And then inhale, we're going to use the power of the legs and the core to lift us all the way up. Hands will come into prayer and then walk that back foot in about halfway, but this time you're on railroad tracks. So you find stability, hips are forward, right toes are fanning out, preparing for triangle, hands in prayer. So from here, we're going to start to lengthen and come forward. So you're going to draw that left hip back so your hips are squared. Come forward, again engaging that leg. Nice long spine here. And when you find that you can't come forward anymore, you're going to start to twist with your core over to the left, inviting in a bit of balance here. Good. Pausing here just for a moment. Chest nice and open. Good. And then you can stay here if this is serving you, or revolve triangle. So your right hand either comes onto the block or the ground on the inside or the outside of that left foot. Your left arm can come to your lower back, or you can extend the left arm to the sky. So super deep rinse here. Breathing through, smooth out any involuntary twitches, making your breath louder. Good. Release. Beautiful. You're going to plant the palms down, slide that right leg back, and just step back to downward dog. Inhale, let's take a flow. Come forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Create a shelf, sternum forward. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Gentle squeeze of the glutes. Exhale back, downward dog. Take a breath in. Cleanse it out through the mouth. Bend the knees, look between the hands, and walk or step to the top of the mat, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, sweep the arms all the way up. And exhale, Tadasana. Palms face forward, strong legs. Now we're going to bring the hands right in front of us, pushing the palms, flexion in the wrists. Bring your weight into your right foot, tone in the belly. Lift the left knee, left foot is flexed. And again, remember not to lean back. Lengthening the tailbone down. As you do that, maybe you find the extension through the left heel, engaging the quad. Good. Now we'll take the hands into prayer. We're going to transition into Warrior Three. You can bend both knees here to begin. Start to find the extension through the left heel behind you. Hips stay closed, so your leg doesn't need to go super high. Your right knee can stay bent. Maybe you you definitely extend the left leg. Maybe then you extend the right leg. Good. So imagine a string tied to the back of your left knee. It's pulling up. So you're finding the length. Hands can stay in prayer, or arms can reach out in front of you, belly drawing in. Good. Hands come to prayer. Bend your right knee. Nice graceful big step back. High lunge. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. You can stay here or right hand to your left thigh, left arm reaches up, twist. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down, left hand to the ground, right arm opens up, twist. Come onto the outer edge of your left foot. At the same time, right toes spin out to the right. All 10 toes facing the right. Push down through your left hand, hips lift, right arm to the sky. If you want more, right hand comes over the head, palm down, fingertips forward. Good, and come back to center. Skandasana to the left, arms on the inside. Turn your left toes out. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. Left knee bends, right leg extends. Left knee tracks in line with the left toes, right knee to the ceiling. And come back, frame your right foot, all 10 toes forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse your warrior, flip your right palm, side stretch. Exhale back, warrior two. Lengthen your right leg, preparing for triangle. You can walk your back foot in if you need. Again, dig the ball of your right foot into the ground, lift the heel, engage your quads so it's not loose. And then keep that lower down. Ground your right hip in towards the midline, start to reach forward. Right hand to the shin or a block. Left hand reaches up, take it all the way forward to the front of the mat, palm face down. Again, my legs are super strong and activated to support me here so my knee doesn't collapse. Good. So take a breath in, find the length. On your exhale, left hand comes to the back left corner, heart spirals to the sky, opening it up any amount. Inhale, left arm reaches forward. Exhale, twist open, left arm back. Inhale, left arm extends. Exhale, open it up. Last one, inhale, left arm reaches forward. Exhale, twist. This time we'll hold. Left arm extends forward, or you can stay in your classical triangle. Beautiful. Use the power of your legs and your core to lift you all the way back up, hands into prayer. Walk your back leg in about halfway, and you're on railroad tracks here. Left toes fan out, hips square to the front of the room. You can always make your stance wider if you need more balance. We're going to prepare for pyramid. So your right hip's drawing back. You're going to start to find the length as you hinge forward. Good. And then when you find you found your edge, start to twist with the core over to the right. Maybe you pause here for a moment or two. When you feel ready here, maybe you find a block on the inside or the outside of your right foot. You have different options here in height with your block. Left hand down, right hand to your low back, or right hand to the sky. Right hips drawing back in space. So a lot of times here the hips want to lean out to the right. See if you can draw it into the midline. Inviting in some balance. Really make your breath strong here. Opportunity to breathe through and move through stuck, dull, sleepy energy. Good, lower it down. Take your block aside. You're going to plant your hands down, slide that left leg back, step back, downward dog. Take a flow, inhale, come forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, Downward dog. Beautiful. Few breaths here. Steady your gaze. Beautiful. Right leg's gonna rise. Inhale. Exhale, open up the chest so open up the hips so your knee becomes the highest point. Squeeze the glutes. Shoulders stay level to the front of the mat. If this is enough, stay here. If you want to flip into wild thing, you're welcome to do so with so much care. Your right leg will come all the way to the back here. Plant your right foot down, extend your left leg, lifting the hips, opening up the chest. Good. And then we'll find a lift in that right leg. We'll take that right leg forward for a ride. If you're in down dog, step your right foot through. Open up into warrior two. Good. Reverse for one breath. Inhale. Exhale back, warrior two. Preparing for half moon. So your right hand comes to the ground or to the block. Weight into the right foot, left leg rises. Left hand can stay on the hip or can reach the sky. Hips open, chest open. Right glute drawing in towards the midline, stabilize the pelvis. Take your variation of half moon. Good, with lots of care. Slowly let that left hand come to the ground. You're gonna bend both knees, close the hips. We're gonna snuggle that left leg behind the right. Your left shin goes out on an angle to the right, coming all the way down into Gomukhasana. So your right leg is on top of the left. You're welcome to sit on a block as you come down. Now, if this shape is too much on the knees, too much pressure on the knees, you can always come onto your back. So your right leg's over the left, and you can just grab onto your ankles or your shins. It's the same stretch here, just less pressure on the knees. If you're in Gomukhasana, your hands could be on your feet or on the ground. Maybe you find a fold. We'll be here for about 10 breaths. Breathing into the outer hips, finding the courage here to find ease, using the breath to move through the density and the tensions. Good. If you're in a fold, lift yourself up. If you're on your back, come right back up, and we'll undo the legs, preparing for boat pose, Navasana. Zip the legs together. Hands can come behind the backs of the knees. Gently lean back here. Slide the shoulders down, open the chest. Your core is on, maybe toes hover or shins come parallel. Maybe you remove your hands. Finding your breath, lifting your root. Good. Now we're going to practice a little rock and roll up to chair pose here. So you can take your hands underneath the backs of your knees here. You're going to start to rock and roll a couple times here. Good. The next time that you're forward, you're going to release your hands and come all the way up into chair pose. Good. And if you don't make it up this time, it's okay. Just practice. It'll get easier. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, hands come down, Tadasana. Continue, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, Chaturanga, take your flow. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, back. Downward dog, good. Let's continue. Inhale, left leg's gonna rise. Exhale, bend that left knee. Opening up the hips, squeeze the glutes to support you. Now you can stay right here if you want to flip into Wild Thing. Do so with so much care. Left leg comes behind, plant that left foot down, extend the right leg. Start to lift the hips up, opening the chest any amount. Good. Come back to the side here, lift the left leg, take it forward all the way through. If you're in down dog, step your left foot through. When you're ready, open up warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior two. When you're ready, transition into half moon. Left hand to the block or the ground. Right leg lifts. Same shape as triangle, but this time the right leg is extended. Right hand can stay on the hip or extend to the sky. Left glute drawing into the center. Inner edge of your right foot is parallel to the ground. Maybe your left hand lifts off. The balance changes every day. Practicing non-attachment to what it's supposed to look like. Breathing and experiencing the shape as it is. Lowering that right hand down, bend both knees. With care, close the hips. You can take your right shin out to the left, come onto the knees here. Left leg is going to come in front of the right, preparing for Gomukhasana. Either you sit on the block, or you come onto your back, same thing, left leg over the right, or hands on feet, or maybe you walk your hands forward and fold. Unwinding here for about 10 breaths. Use this opportunity to go inward here, noticing where you may be transferring tension anywhere else in the body, finding the courage to move through it rather than around it. Beautiful. If you're in a fold, come back upright. If you're on your back, come back upright. And from here, we'll undo the legs. Good. We'll extend the legs out in front of us, feet flexed. We'll come into a forward fold here. So we'll reach the arms up as we breathe in. Exhale, we'll start to come forward. We're going to lengthen first, any amount, and then we'll find the fold here. Try not to just yank and pull. You're also welcome to bend the knees here if it's too much on the hamstrings. Good. We'll start to roll our spine back up. Now we'll scooch ourselves forward any amount so there's space when we roll down. If you have a block, take it with you. You're going to have the knees bent, feet flat, palm on each side of the block. We're going to start to curl the tailbone forward and roll ourselves down nice and slowly. See if you can get the lower back on the ground first, moving through each vertebra. As you come down, release. So good. Block to the side. Have the soles of the feet to touch with your knees wide. And we'll just take our fingertips. We're going to randomly start to tap our upper chest all around here in no particular way. Make sure you're not hurting yourself. We're just tapping all around the chest in random order. We're stimulating the immune system. Just tap, 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 tap all around. And then place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Close the eyes. Just receiving your breath through the palms of your hands. And gently start to open the eyes again. You can take your hands on the outside of the legs, gently close the knees. Options for your inversion. You can stay right here. If you don't have a block, you can just take your legs up to the sky. Just playing here with gravity. If you have a block, you can slide the block under your sacrum, your tailbone, so not your lower back, but that bony part above your glutes. And let your legs extend to the sky. You can choose your setting, your height. If you want to come into shoulder stand, do so with so much care here. Your legs will extend to the sky. Lift your hips up, hands to your lower back. Good. Now you can either stay here with your legs on an angle, or if you want, your legs can come straight over your hips here. Making sure the back of your head is pressing into the ground, so there's a space between the back of your head and your upper back. So your neck is not flat on the ground. Breath is flowing easily here. If you want to take the legs behind you, behind your head, you're welcome to do so here. So you choose your path. If your legs are over your head, behind your head, and slowly start to roll out of shoulder stand. And if your legs are up in the sky, just bend your knees. You can keep the block underneath your hip bones. You can come into a supported bridge. If you're coming at a shoulder stand, just plant your feet hip width distance apart, heels close to your glutes, and we'll press the hips into the earth, lifting the hips up. You're welcome to walk the hands underneath you, walk the shoulders in, lengthen the tailbone towards the knees. Good. If you're in bridge, release your hands and your shoulders, lower yourself down. If you're on a block, you're welcome to stay in your supported bridge for your third inversion. If you went into shoulder stand, then let's take fish pose as a counter stretch for the neck. So let's lift the hips up, knees are bent, hook the thumbs, palms facing down, and then walk your arms and shoulders in as close together as possible. Rest your bum on the back of your arms. And extend the legs. And we'll shift the weight onto the forearms and elbows. Crown of the head comes to the mat. Most of the weight's on the arms, not on the head. And slowly release. If you're on a block, remove the block. We'll all bend the knees, have the feet wide, arms out, and just windshield wipe your legs from side to side. Release the spine, release the hips. Good. Let's come back to center here. Happy baby. So take your knees in, arms on the inside. Either grab the ankles or the shins or the outer edges of the feet, or peace fingers and thumb around your big toe. Ankles in line with the knees, shoulders heavy, back of the neck long. You can be still or sway. Good. Release your happy baby. And take your legs in towards tabletop, arms out into a T, palms face up. Drop your knees over to the left for a twist. Your left hand could hold on to your right thigh if you'd like. Gaze could stay center or to the right. Bring yourself back to center. Take it over to the other side. Release back to center, level the hips. Extend your legs out towards the sky and arms lift, start to shake, shake, shake. Anything that's left over, lingering. It's also really calming for the nervous system. If you want to exhale through the lips, it's also very good and stimulating for the nervous system. Good. Come into a tiny seed, wrap your arms around your shins, your knees. Nice tiny ball. Take a breath in and exhale into Shavasana. Extend the legs out wide. Take as much space as you'd like. Adjust as you need. Maybe you gently shimmy the shoulders, wiggle the hips. Release any effort of your breath as your whole body here rests on the ground. There's nothing left for you to do. And this time is here for you to nourish yourself at a very deep level. Just allow the energy within you to organize itself into balance, harmony, and coherence. As you lay here in this ultimate state of receivership, receiving your practice, receiving your efforts. And rather than just checking out here, I invite you to go deeper into your experience, bathing in your light, embracing your awesomeness. noticing what it feels like to be at home in the center of your multi-dimensional being. And know that you always, always have access to this. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Allow your breath to gently stretch you from the inside out. Slowly inviting movement back into your body. Maybe you wiggle your fingers, your toes, your wrists, ankles. Bring your arms up overhead for a big stretch, stirring your body into wakefulness as you deepen your breath. Take your knees in toward you. Give yourself a good hug, acknowledging your efforts. And then roll to one side, any side, pausing there for a moment. Noticing how it feels to be in this fetal shape. Taking this opportunity to tap into gratitude for our beautiful bodies and all that our bodies do for us. It's unconditional service carrying us through life. Gratitude for all of our resources. And gratitude for our sacred lives. And when you're ready, make your way upright to a seat, just like we started. Finding a tall spine. Enjoying these next few breaths here with yourself, your own presence, your own experience. Notice what you've cultivated, what has opened up, and what may not have opened up. There's no judgment. We're just witnessing, becoming more aware. And to finish the practice, let's take one hand to the heart, the other hand on top of that hand, slight bow of the chin, and notice how this gesture feels to you. Take a breath and have compassion and care and kindness towards your beautiful self. Giving thanks. Thank you so, so much for your trust. From my heart to yours, namaste.